The world feels uncertain right now, more uncertain than most of us have felt in our lifetimes. And that got us at Abyss asking one question: has humanity been here before? The answer is yes. 5 times, and every single time it found a way through. Number 5. The Black Death. Imagine waking up one morning and within a week, half the people you know are dead. That was the reality for people living in Europe between 1347 and 1351. The Black Death, bubonic plague, arrived from Central Asia along trade routes and spread through cities with terrifying speed. No one knew what caused it. No one had a cure, and no one could stop it. In just 4 years, it killed somewhere between 30 and 60% of Europe's entire population. In some cities, Florence, Venice, Paris, the death toll was even higher. Streets that had been busy markets became silent. Churches couldn't bury people fast enough. Entire villages simply ceased to exist. And yet, within a century of the Black Death, Europe entered the Renaissance. One of the greatest explosions of art, science, architecture, and human creativity in history. The very civilization that plague nearly destroyed went on to produce Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Copernicus. Humanity didn't just survive the Black Death. In a strange, painful way, it grew because of it. Number 4. The Bronze Age collapse. This one is less famous than the others on this list, but in many ways, it's the most terrifying. Around 1200 BC, almost every major civilization on Earth collapsed at the same time. The Mycenaean Greeks, the Hittite Empire, the Babylonians, all gone or severely weakened. Even Egypt, one of the most powerful and stable civilizations in history, nearly fell. Cities that had stood for centuries were abandoned overnight. Trade networks that connected the known world simply stopped functioning. In some regions, writing itself was forgotten for generations. Historians still can't fully agree on why it happened. Climate change, mass migration, internal rebellions, earthquakes. Probably some combination of all of them. The Bronze Age collapse is one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. It took centuries to recover. The civilizations that emerged from the collapse, including early Greece, which gave us democracy, philosophy, and the foundations of Western thought, were in many ways more sophisticated than what came before. Number 3. The Mongol Invasion. If you want to understand just how devastating the Mongol expansion was, consider this one fact. In 1258, the Mongols reached Baghdad. At the time, Baghdad was the largest, most advanced city on Earth. It was the heart of the Islamic Golden Age. A civilization that had preserved ancient Greek knowledge, pioneered mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and philosophy, while much of the world was still in the Dark Ages. The Mongols destroyed it in days. They burned the legendary House of Wisdom, one of the greatest libraries ever assembled. Eyewitnesses described the Tigris River running black with ink from the destroyed books. Centuries of accumulated human knowledge gone. Across Central Asia, Persia, China, and Eastern Europe, the Mongols killed an estimated 40 million people. Entire regions were so thoroughly depopulated that forests regrew over abandoned farmland. Some areas took 500 years to recover their pre-invasion population levels. It was, by almost any measure, the closest thing to an extinction-level event for human civilization, short of an actual natural disaster. And yet, the Mongol Empire eventually stabilized. Trade routes reopened. Knowledge was painstakingly rebuilt. The regions that survived and eventually absorbed Mongol rule went on to produce extraordinary new cultures, art forms, and empires. Number 2, World War II. This one needs less historical context. Most of us grew up with it. But it's worth pausing on just how close it came. By the end of 1942, Nazi Germany controlled most of Europe. Imperial Japan controlled most of East Asia and the Pacific. The Allied forces had suffered catastrophic losses. In North Africa, in the Pacific, on the Eastern Front, the momentum was overwhelmingly on the wrong side. And then there were the weapons. For the first time in human history, a weapon existed that could destroy an entire city in a single moment. And it had been used. The message was unmistakable. Humanity now had the ability to end itself. Over 70 million people died in World War II. Entire nations were erased and redrawn. The scale of human cruelty on display was something the world had never seen in such organized, industrial form. And yet, humanity has managed to rebuild the world once again. Number 1, right now. The world right now is genuinely uncertain in ways that feel different from normal uncertainty. And the list of reasons is long. In 2020, a global pandemic shut down the entire world simultaneously for the first time in a century. In 2022, the largest military conflict in Europe since World War II began when Russia invaded Ukraine. Tensions between North and South Korea flared again. India and Pakistan, two nuclear-armed neighbors, pushed each other to the edge more than once. Iran and Israel moved from decades of shadow conflict into direct confrontation. And through 2025 and into 2026, the Middle East has remained a powder keg that nobody seems to know how to defuse. It feels like everything, everywhere, all at once. But it's not just that more things are happening. It's that we know about all of them. For most of human history, if a crisis happened on the other side of the world, you simply didn't know about it. News traveled slowly. Your world was smaller. Your anxiety was local. Today, your phone delivers every conflict, every threat, every catastrophe from every corner of the planet directly to your almost instantly. The human mind was never designed to carry the weight of the entire world at once. So yes, the overwhelm is real. And the feeling that it's too much, that's not weakness. That's just what it feels like to be alive and paying attention in 2026. But here's what history tells us. Every single generation on this list felt exactly the same way. The people of 1347 didn't know the Renaissance was coming. The survivors of the Bronze Age collapse couldn't see ancient Greece rising from the rubble. The soldiers of 1942 couldn't know that the post-war world would become the most peaceful era in human history. They couldn't see the light because they were standing in the dark. And so are we right now. But the pattern of history is unmistakable. It doesn't show collapse as the final chapter. It shows resilience, rebuilding, and, almost always, something unexpectedly beautiful emerging from the wreckage. Humanity doesn't just survive its worst moments. It has a stubborn habit of growing because of them. We're not saying the problems aren't real. They are. But if you're carrying the weight of the current moment, and most of us are, let history be your anchor, not your fear. You are not the first generation to stand at the edge and wonder if this is it. And if history has anything to say about it, you won't be the last generation to find a way through.